Hello, crafty friends. It's Elisa from Paisley Papyrus. I'm here today to demonstrate an idea for you from the new Eden's Garden stamp set with the matching Eden's dies. Actually, today's card isn't going to be using the dies, but you can bundle these together and get the dies and the stamp set together with 10% off, or you can buy them a la carte if you'd like. These are going to be in the mini catalog January through June 2022, but you can go ahead and purchase them now if you so desire. They also have matching designer series paper called Ever Eden, and this is the sample. I actually flipped through it last week in my sneak peeks video, but this is what they look like. They're a variety of colors from soft succulent and evening evergreen. I accidentally said fresh freesia the other day, but this is the variety of papers that are in there. Those are the front sides. Those are the A sides that have gold foiling on all of them. And then these are the B sides. So if you want to see a more in-depth look at those, you can go look at that sneak peek video. But that's what the papers are. And I have chosen one to work with today. And we are going to be making this card right here. However, we're going to make it correctly today because when I made this card as a sample to show you, I accidentally used Mossy Meadow because that was the green that was on my table. So when you're making cards, make sure you have the right color green out. So today we're going to be using Evening Evergreen. So let me go ahead and tell you the measurements. You're going to start with a 5.5 by 4 1/4 piece of white cardstock. That's going to be your very base layer. Then you're going to do some fun fold with this Evening Evergreen. This piece is cut to 5 1/4 by 11, and it is scored at 1 3/4, 3.5, 5 1/4, and 7 inches. Then you will also need a piece of inner white, which I don't know where I just put that. It's around here somewhere. That piece of inner white will go right here, and it will be 3 3/4 by 5. Actually, I think I left it over here on my cutter. Yes, 3 3/4 by 5. Then you'll need a piece of Evening Evergreen that is cut to 3 3/4. 3 1/4 by 6.5, and then you're going to score it at 3 1/4. Then on top of that, you will need a piece of white that is 3 by 3, and then 2 pieces of designer series paper that are cut at 1.5 by 5. Okay, so let's go ahead and start assembling this card. So the very first thing you're going to do is you're going to find your biggest piece, which is this piece right here, and you're going to fold all these little score lines towards it. So that will be your mountain. Then you're going to do a valley fold to go back on itself. Then another mountain fold to go this way. So you're creating a zigzag. Now another valley fold going back on itself. And your card will have these panels like this. So it will look like this from above and this when you're looking at it, okay? Then you are going to take these 2 pieces of designer series paper and you're going to put a little bit of glue on them. Now you want to stay to the end because I'm also going to show you some more ideas with the same card layout, but different papers. So you're going to put this one on the 3rd one in. Then you're going to fold it up and you're going to put the other one on the top. Now, if you like to have a plethora of card ideas, you want to go ahead and subscribe to my channel where I give free ideas and tutorials daily, from the super simple to the fanciest kind that I can come up with for you. So you're going to put that other piece right here on the top. So make sure you hit that red button below to subscribe. Okay, and then we're going to take our inner piece here. Ooh, knocked over my glue. Getting all wild up in here. I'm going to put some glue on the back of that guy. Just a dab will do you. You do not need a plethora of glue, but you do need to make sure you stay on the cardstock. Did you see? I just went way off over there. So then we're going to take this guy and we're going to put him right here. Hopefully you don't hear my husband talking to my son in the background. They're talking about fantasy football because that's what they do. They love fantasy football at my house. So then we're going to take this piece, the 6.5 by 3 1/4, I said. Fold that in half on the score line. Now you're going to lay it on your card like so and make sure it lines up where you want it. Then we will open him up and we're going to put a piece, make sure he's even because this is very important that he be even, because once he's on, he's not coming back off. I'm going to put if I can get my tape runner to the right spot, you're going to take him and run him down this side, and then you're going to take him and run him down this side. And that way you'll make sure that you only have glue where you want it to be and it won't come oozing out anywhere. Okay, then you'll fold that on itself, again making sure that you have it precisely where you want it, and press down. Now we're going to open him up, and we're going to do the same thing on this inside. It's a little harder to see, but that's where the flap will lay, on the inside. So we're going to do the same thing again, taking a little bit of, my hands are too small to do this properly, little piece of adhesive straight down right there, and then we're going to also take it right over here on this edge, and then we're going to fold it in on itself, and voila. Now you have your basic elements of your card, which I think are really pretty, and we're going to take this guy right here and put some more glue on the back of him. I'm using a little bit more adhesive than I normally would, simply because this is such a heavy card with so many working parts. Normally I just use a little bit of adhesive and it works great. So you know, you'll probably hear me constantly telling you a little dab will do you, because a little dab will do you. But when it's a little heavier like this, I want to use a little bit more adhesive. So there we have our card, basically the functioning of our card. So I'm going to press down on him. Then we're going to bring in our stamp set and a piece of scrap paper, and we're going to use this guy right here, and I believe, which one? This guy right here, and sending hugs for our stamp. So we're going to bring in our 3x3, which got a little dusty there, and we're going to open up our soft succulent ink pad and take him, and we'll put him right about here, over here in the corner. Press down, straight up, and then we're going to take the other one, and we're going to have him come off to the side. And I tried to line that up right there, but it's not a big deal if it doesn't match up perfectly. And then we're going to try to line this guy up right here and go down and straight up. And now you have kind of a spray in the corner of your white paper. Then we're going to open up our Evening Evergreen, grab the Sending Hugs sentiment from the same set, and take him right here and go straight down and straight up. Now, if you want to, you can add embellishments or ribbons or anything of the sort to this paper. I'm not going to do that because I think it's thick enough. And I'm going to put a little adhesive right here. Like I said, you don't need a ton. A dab will do you. And then I'm going to put him right here in the center. So if you're liking this card, please go ahead and like the video, because that sure does help me out. So this is it with the proper coloring of Evening Evergreen. This is the same card, however, I used Mossy Meadow. Don't make the mistake that I made. And then here is a variation using the same designer series paper and the same set. On this one, let me move those other two out of the way. On this one, my bottom piece was Evening Evergreen, and on this piece, my bottom piece was white, basic white. So you can see the variation, and tell me below, which one do you like better? Evening Evergreen as the base or white as the base? I'm not sure which one I like better, because I really like them both. But I also promised you another variation. If you watched my video yesterday, you saw me doing Whimsy and Wonder paper, and this is why I had the Mossy Meadow out on my desk. This is the same card, but using Whimsy and Wonder and encircled in warmth as my greeting on it. So you can take this idea and use it for a lot of different sets, but don't forget, right now you can go ahead and order the Eden's Garden stamp set, and November 2nd through December 30th, this designer series paper is while supplies last, and I thank you so much for joining me here today. Have a good one. Bye.